Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. So here we have an Otherworld team. Ignore Fusion, I just didn't rename these teams, and as I never do. So yes, the yellow Gohan Goku top left is a fusion. No, fusion. It's not even fusion. Sorry guys. He is a Otherworld tag character, so don't slate me. I did have the option of this other second Super Saiyan 2 Goku, because just in case things should happen where I'd need him. I doubt it, considering all the horrible yellow units running around. But the main three we're going to be using are the front three. So I was actually quite excited to use this team, so let's jump into the first game. And we come up against, a team I was very much dreading to come up against. This Broly. You have no idea how badly I want to get my hands on this guy. Not that way. He's just such a sick unit. The things he can do, yeah, when you swap in your damn Vegeta, he'll get fainted. And yes, I'm going to use the feint because I hate this Vegeta. Hate coming up against this Vegeta. Honestly, he's one of my most hated units to come up against in the game, because I think he is beyond crazy good. He is so good, and that blast armor helps him so much. Now, unfortunately, he manages to wait very patiently to catch us in the sidestep. But thankfully, we managed to get priority back. And here, I was in a very tough situation, or a tough decision. I wanted to hit Rising Rush, that stupid hit as well. But I really wanted to get rid of this Broly because I have seen what he can do. I have examined his stats and I've done an analysis on him. He is something else. I just want him so badly. Even if I don't pull any of the new sparkings, I really just want this EX Broly. He is unbelievably good. And thankfully we managed to get out of that strike attack from hit. Unfortunately though, he brings in his stupid Vegeta again. But we're in a really good position, because now we can bring out our purple. And he can be safe from hit for quite some time. And unfortunately we got baited. But we managed to meet in the clash. And we lose. But it's better than, getting caught anyway. And unfortunately, just look at the damage that... See, this is why I hate him. Look how much damage he does. And I wasn't willing to lose my purple. So bring in the yellow. And look at the damage that he just did. One blue card took away half my yellow Goku's health. And I wanted some extra damage to come up against both of these two units. So I popped Goku's main ability and just hoped for the best. Unfortunately, I forgot about the damn blast armor. And there was literally no point in bringing red Gogeta because, yeah. Catch him nicely in the sidestep, nearly enough to take him out. Nearly enough to take him out. I knew he had a green card. It was pretty obvious the way he was playing. And unfortunately, I wanted to bring in my red Gogeta, but we didn't. We didn't have time. Now here, thankfully, he didn't catch us in the sidestep. Here he goes for his Rising Rush, and I knew something along those lines was coming. And we managed to bait him out. He brilliantly managed to get out of the combo, or the, when I switched in, you know what I mean. Thankfully, we managed to take out the blue Vegeta. Here, I didn't know what he was going for. I decided just go for it because he's at a type disadvantage and he needs whatever damage he can do. Thankfully, Goku, your boy Super Saiyan 3 Purple Goku, manages to end hit in the best way possible. So that was a really sick game one. Really enjoyed it. And just GG in general, and just for that was just so sick. And jumping straight into game 2, we come up against... Honestly, this was a mishmash of just good units all around. He had Buhan, he had Cell, he had Golden Frieza, he had God Key units, he had Hit, he had everything. And I completely forgot I forgot that was, what he does, and I didn't actually realize it was a green card. I was just tapping to use whatever card came in because my second slot was locked and I couldn't use my strike card. But I'm not really worried because Cell doesn't have too many buffs on this team, so here I didn't know what was coming, so unfortunately didn't catch him in the sidestep, but we managed to counter his sidestep. Doing some really good damage until he brings in his Kaioken Goku. But that's exactly what I wanted. Now here we just pop the main ability, do some extra blast damage, and say goodbye to your Kaioken Goku. I do not want to be dealing with him. Kaioken Goku is insanely good. He is still so good. I'm very surprised he isn't actually used as much, but I suppose that's just because of the God Key tag that he has. But either way, whatever the case may be, he's still an insanely good unit. There's been many a time that he's just taken out my characters with no real issue. So, thankfully thought we managed to catch him in the sidestep. He managed to catch us brilliant in the sidestep, waited really, really well. And I've just got to hope at this point that he doesn't have a Rising Rush, because I'd have to sacrifice my purple. And thankfully he was way too far out to be able to chain that all together. And we managed to go on the offensive again. With Gogeta's main ability as well, we do regen health, and yeah, his cell was going to get obliterated. But he unfortunately forfeits not to witness it, which is fair enough. So now we come up against, well, for our third match of the video, which will start exactly now. We come up against a Fusion Warrior team. It was literally the team that I showcased a couple of weeks ago, if not last week, where I knew that he was going to be switching into the Go Tanks, so that's exactly why I brought in my red. He had the green Fusion 17, which I'm very surprised they didn't bring in. Actually, no, I'm not surprised because of my purple and I had no blue units. Sorry. Brain fart. Now, I'm not gonna lie, quite terrified of this team, because it's literally the team that I did not want to come up against. He brought the perfect color counter to my team. He has the blue for my red, he has the red for my yellow, and he has the gold for my purple. So, it just wasn't a very... He was waiting for another sidestep. This just wasn't a very ideal team in general for me to come up against, especially now with just how incredibly good they are. So, I wanted to get the blue card off, and luckily we managed to catch him in the sidestep. We get that feint, and you know I'm going to use it. I'm afraid I got no choice. With a matchup like this, I literally had no other choice. So, I should have brought in this situation, my yellow, because I had a feeling he was going to bring in the stupid blue Gogeta. And we were going to do absolutely no damage. I mean, look at that. That's pathetic. Even with us getting it off, it's not even going to take him down to less than 1 million health. Or will it? We go, wow, 10k, wow. That is just a joke. And he's got a regen ability, so that's even more of something I just didn't want to come in. Now, I knew Go Tanks was coming in. I should have dropped combo as well, but I didn't. So, not much you can do about that. All I was worried about at this point is regaining my key, and there's a lovely bit of lag that suddenly appeared. Don't know why, don't know out of where, but it did. And at this point, I went for my blue card because I knew that stupid Android 13 was coming out, and I would have been countered. So, yeah, I don't know how he caught me in the sidestep, but literally a split second was all that was in that. So, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is, and we did get caught. So, yeah. Now, it's just my team was doing no damage to these units. I mean, this game's been going on for over 60 counts. We've been playing really well, actually. We've just really not been doing any damage, which is the most horrible part. And I knew that, you know what, a Rising Rush was coming in, and I mean, there was literally nothing I could do. I couldn't switch out. I didn't have a blue card to counter it. Nothing along those lines. So we just had to take it. Unfortunately, we didn't even guess it. So, yeah. Also, something I really hate, just coming up against Gogeta. If he's involved in a Rising Rush, that blue card just takes years. It just takes so damn long. I'm really hoping we get a blue Gogeta that does the animation that's in Dokkan. And if you know what I'm talking about, then you know why we need that. But I'm sure they will. They've got a brain. Or brains. And at this point, I'd kind of conceded defeat. But looking how much damage this Gotenks was doing, I had a little bit of hope left. If he'd gotten the feint, I would have had a lot less hope. And the only reason he used the damn Gotenks is for the cover cut and feint, so I don't feel bad at all for using the feint when I did. He waited too long to use his, so I'm not going to complain. I'm going to just take advantage of it if I can. Thankfully he was a bit impatient and went straight in. I know I didn't have to wait for the sidestep, but I did because I wanted Ki back. And at this point I really wanted a Rising Rush, but it just wasn't there, so we had no choice but to use the main ability to try and buy as much time as we possibly could on this Gogeta, because if he hits us with one blue card, it's all over. Even one blast card, look at that. And I wanted to switch in, but, you know, it took a bit long, unfortunately. Yeah, we had the Rising Rush, yay, but he switched out to the unit that I wanted to use it on. How fun. Now, I didn't know what to do at this point in time, because I knew that if I used that Rising Rush, he would have brought in his Android 13, and that's exactly what he did. So that's literally all I could do, and I was going to lose this unit if I didn't use my rush. I stupidly should have just let him go down and let my Goku take the reins, and of course he guesses it. Why wouldn't he guess it? With the team that I'm using, why wouldn't he guess it? Thanks, game. But I mean, such is life. Things don't go according to your plan all the time. And there's a lovely bit of lag accompanying him. So, you know what? Whatever. I've lost a lot of patience at this point of the game. But could we claw back a victory? Could we potentially claw back the victory? Yeah, I knew he was going for that stupid double tap. Look how long this game's been going on for. And honestly, we were doing pretty damn well considering how long we had left. And unfortunately we had to vanish. Didn't have a choice. I couldn't afford to wait, because if you did, I would have been counted. We're actually doing exceptionally well considering we literally had one unit versus two left, and that's that Gotenks. If we had one more card, we could have had another Rising Rush. But it wasn't meant to be, we weren't meant to win, so it is what it is. As crap as it is what it is. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave a like, please consider subscribing, and please share with your friends if you think they'd like it. Thanks guys, see you in the next one.